White Slippers from Scratch by Ocean World Empowerment Foundation. So this is the slippers we're going to be making today, which shows what we can do on our own without sewing, just a little items from the house. So today, these are the materials we need for the DIY slippers. We'll be needing a hammer, the insole, NORA, where you place the insole is the part you place your foot on. We have top or leather, the place that goes on top of your foot. We have the measuring tape. We have the sandpaper. We have punch, marker, chuka to make holes. We have the outsole, NORA outsole, that is the parts that is being placed on the floor. We have our scissors, we have our cutter, we have our brush, and our gum. Other materials needed are, we have fancies or pin, which you can use to create different designs on your slippers. Work. So you get an old slippers or a pattern you have initially. So with that, you place the old pattern on your material, that is the insole, and you trace. Once you finish tracing, you turn it the other way around and also trace. Make sure the lines are visible. Please, for the sake of your work to be smooth, don't cut on the lines so it would not be that small. It's better to cut outside the line, a little bit outside the line, so at the end of everything you can use your filing machine or your sandpaper to make it smooth. Once you've done that, cut out everything and check the both parts to see whether they are equal. Gotten your NORA, that is the pattern, you now place it on the outsole and trace. Make sure you use both legs at the same time. These insoles, or the outsole rather, has different patterns, as you can see. So the patterns, you go carefully, those parts that have the rough edges, please place it on it because they are made for different legs. Place it together and cut out your pattern gradually. After tracing, you cut out. Also, at the base of the outsole, you can make your heel. Also, just do that and cut each part. Once you've done that, assemble them together, as you can see in the last picture. Assemble them together and we are good to go. Use the punch to make a hole at the middle and at the sides using the last. Once you get your last, the last is a machine or like a material, usually in the form of a mold. The shape of the leg, the mold. Once you get your last, you place your slippers in between, you make a hole. Once you make a hole at the top, gently pass the material you'll be using, either your Ankara, your leather, your Gucci top, your fillings. Just make sure you pass it in gently. So this one we are using was gotten from the market like that. So we bought it from the market. You can actually get this where they sell shoes or shoe materials or slippers materials in the market. Anywhere you are based, you can get it from the local store, the local markets. So once you've done that, use the punch by the sides. Make sure you use the pattern to trace it, to make sure that it's the same length. Don't make it too much or too small. Make it the exact size of the material you'll be using. Once you've done that, you can use your cutter to make the eye wider. Once you've traced it and you've done that, then use the last and put in between. Once the last has done, you've put the last, then you can use that to adjust to the size of the leg. While using the last, it makes sure that it goes round the foot, round your foot. With the aid of the last, it makes it a bit tight. Make it a bit tighter, so when you put your leg inside, it doesn't slip off eventually. So with that, this is what you have. You have your last. Then use your gum also to apply on the top, the insole, at the back of the insole. Use your gum to apply. Once you put your gum, they allow you dry a bit, then you can gum them together and adjust to the size you want it to be. So after that, you use the outer sole to cut a heel. So once you've done that, you cut your heel and glue together. Rub your gum on both sides, the outer part of the sole where you place your foot on, and the inner part of the sole. Once you've made that on the heel part, once you've done that, like the mark I put on the slide, so with the mark there, that is where you're going to cut and make your pattern. Once you've done that, you now glue them together. Then the next you do is to apply your gum to the insole and the outsole. Please make sure the gum dries. Let it dry at least a bit to help you assemble them together. So once you've applied your glue, you applied your gum on the insole and the outsole. From the first picture there, you can see that I applied my gum and I make sure I've gotten the size where I want my pattern, or the top where I'm actually creating my designs, to go round. So I use the glue to fasten it to make it firm. Then once I've done that, I apply my glue to all the other parts. The sides are very important. This helps it stick closely or sticks together. So once you've done that, please put it out to the sun to dry. Once it dries, how you know that it's dried is that once you touch it, the gum doesn't stick to your hand anymore. So once you've done that, you put them together and start assembling. Once you start assembling, assemble from the top and the bottom. The top first, then create the space in between. Don't press it close. So go to the bottom and align it properly. Align it properly. So once you've done that, then you can close the middle will actually go together, gum together once you've done that. So you've gotten the top and you've gotten the bottom, then the middle can glue together. So once you've done that, the next thing you do is use your hammer and hit gently. Why you're hitting gently is to make sure that everything fastens strong. So you use your hammer and hit them gently, 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 especially the sides that have the top where you created your pattern on top of your leg. Make sure the hammer goes there. Use your hammer to hit it gently, gently. Please don't hit it vigorously because it will create marks on the insole. So please do it lightly, 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 lightly around it. And once you've done that, you can see from the last picture, the hammer is there where we used to hit it lightly. And once you've done that, please check the sides to see whether they've closed very well. If they've not closed, apply your gum again to that place, or your glue, apply it and make sure it goes firm. Once you've done that, the next thing you can get your fancies. Like I said, you get your fancies. Getting your fancies are what you make to create designs on top of the slippers. Using the chuka, make a hole and use any fancy of your choice. They sell them in the market. For this work, I'll be using the pins. So I use the pin, it has the hook, it has the eye. So once I put them together, so with the aid of the chuka, I make the holes. From the first picture is where I made my hole, and I fix the hook and eye on the second picture. And the third picture is when I actually used a hammer on the last and hit it well to make it fasten. So once I've done that, you can see the last picture shows what I've done so far, and the work is okay. So now that's the sandpaper also at the base. So in case you don't have a filing machine, you can also use the sandpaper to make sure the sides of the slippers is smooth. If you have excesses, please cut it through. Cut it very slightly or very well. Use your cutter. Please do not use your scissors on this one. Your scissors is not going to go very well. Please use your cutter. Once you've done that, the sandpaper can help out smoothing it very well. You have different sizes of sandpaper. We have the rough one, we have the semi-rough, and we have the smoother. So the rough one is what that gets it rough to make it align properly. Make the two sides, then you use your semi-rough to make it smooth, a bit smoother. Your smoother is for the finishing. So that is of our slippers making. And as you can see from the picture, these are slippers, the DIY slippers from scratch by Ocean World Empowerment Foundation. So after going through the processes, this is the slippers we actually made. It's time to rock it. You can rock it with anything. We can rock it with our Ankara fabric. You can also rock it with matching materials. You can also rock it with your shorts, like for those that like shorts. This is for unisex. The slippers is for unisex. Both male and female can wear this DIY slippers. And also you can rock it with your jeans. I tell you, it's once you rock it with that, you'll be happy and glad that you made something for yourself, and you see this joy and beauty within. Once you're walking on the road, you have this confidence that yes, I made what I'm wearing on my leg. And please, and please, what you have to do is that you put it up and tell people, be proud of your product, be proud of what you did. You can get this in the market, but there's this inner joy you have when you can actually make something for yourself. You can make the slippers and sell them. You can make them for your own personal use. What it costs to make one pair of slippers is far way cheaper than getting one in the market. So some people, if you're creative, this is what you can do. If you have a family, you don't need to go to the market and start making or start buying everything for them. For your children, from the little ones, the toddlers, the teenagers, the children, the teenagers, the young adult, the parents, you can make the slippers for them. So our channel, this is Ocean's World Empowerment Foundation. We have our YouTube channel, at Ocean World EF. We have our Facebook at Ocean World EF and Instagram, Ocean World Signature. Please shout out to us. If you like our videos, please click that thumbs up on it, and please subscribe and click on the notification button to get notifications of our new videos. Please, these are our phone numbers on the screen. Shout us to us if we have any questions, if you need directions and guidelines on how to make your own slippers or how to make your own bags and how to make your DIY homemade agents or homemade materials. Please reach out to us and we'll be there to guide you. Bye.